Oh, I'm here. I'm online. I'm talking. Hello. Hey, this is Greg. Is this Peter? Peter, are you with me? Are you with me, Peter? And the other guy's right here.
Hello.
So we're here having a fun time. The two of us holding down the fort. Peter's not hearing us. Okay. I can hear. I heard you on the phone right there. Okay, he hears us now. Yeah, I know. There's going to be a delay of a few seconds. So are we okay? Peter Piper, he's good. Hopefully. Oh, good, good. All right, then we're good. Court reporter, are you on the line? Court reporter, are you on the line? Kayla, the 508 transcriber, are you on the line? Ah, yes, Kayla, I hear your voice. Commissioner F and G, are you on the line? Julian, I heard a yes. All right, here we go. Fun and games.
So I'm
Let's
turning my
begin.
microphone on, and should I mute that? Where's I mean Antonio. Where did he go to?
She has one.
Okay. Essence is on the line. She says it sounds low.
Welcome to the business meeting for the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights. The meeting comes to order at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, January 25, 2023. I'm Chair Sherrill. We thank the staff who completed the public notice needed for this meeting and arranged for today's business meeting. We thank the general public for their interest in attending. Due to respect for health and safety during the ongoing COVID pandemic and the brevity of today's agenda, the commissioners are in attendance via conference call and in person. We're hosting the general public by phone conference. I would like to confirm the commissioners present on the line and will take a roll call. Please say present when I say your name. Commissioner A,
Present.
Commissioner B,
Present.
Commissioner C,
Present.
Commissioner D,
Present.
Commissioner E,
Present.
Commissioner F. Commissioner F, Julian, are you on the line? Commissioner G, Julian, are you on the line? But barely. Based on the response, a quorum of commissioners is present. Is the court reporter present? Court reporter, are you present?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes. Is the staff director present?
I'm present, yes.
The meeting will now come to order. Do any commissioners have amendments to the agenda?
Yes, Chair. I would like to add an item to be considered, which is a letter to the Department of Education support debt forgiveness for college students.
Do I have a second for the motion?
I second the motion.
Okay, Commissioner D, please read your letter into the record and make your support statement for a vote in favor of.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I am requesting support of the letter read into record as stated. I believe this is an important issue because it is. Thank you.
Thank you. Unless there's further discussion, I'll call the question and take a roll call vote. Commissioner A, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner B?
Aye.
Commissioner C?
Aye. Sorry.
Commissioner D?
I vote yes.
Commissioner F? E?
Aye.
Aye.
And F, thank you, sorry. Commissioner G?
Aye.
And I vote yes. The motion passes. Commissioners, no commissioners opposed, no commissioners abstained, all others were in favor. If there are no amendments, let's vote to approve the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed?
Aye.
The motion The motion passes. One commissioner opposed, zero commissioners abstained, all others were in favor. For our first order of business, we will turn to presentations from advisory committees to the Commission on recent reports/memos. Today's presentation will be by Mississippi State Advisory Committee Chair Mr. Merrick X on the committee's advisory report on the qualified immunity and civil rights in Mississippi.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for this opportunity to speak to you this morning on behalf of the Mississippi State Advisory Committee on our report titled Qualified Immunity and the Civil Rights in Mississippi.
Thank you. We will now have time for Commissioner questions for Chair Glisson.
Hi, SAC Chair Merrick. Can you tell me if any of your proposed recommendations, number one?
Yes, thank you, Commissioner A. Recommendation number 1 came from the community organizations that dealt with lots of problems in Mississippi.
That's Julian. Oh. Commissioner F, I think, is speaking.
Julian's supposed to be speaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you put the sound on? Somebody read his script?
Julian. Julian.
Okay. So then, SAC Chair, I guess you go back.
Yes, Commissioner F. The SAC reviewed the state's rules and interviewed several state employees and managers on implementation and found lots of problems in Mississippi.
Hi, since the form and drafting of this report, has there been any move by the state to adopt any of the report recommendations?
If there are no further questions, then we will move to the next item on our agenda. Thank you, Chair Glisson, for your service and leadership on the Mississippi State Advisory Committee and for taking the time to speak with us today. The next item on today's agenda, discussion and vote on State and Territory Advisory Committee appointments. As you know, the Commission depends on advice from highly qualified persons who serve in each of our 50 states, plus the District of Columbia, and most recently the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Northern Mariana Islands, Guam, and American Samoa. Today, we will appoint one advisory committee, Utah. I move to appoint the following persons to serve as State Advisory Committee members in Utah based on the recommendation of the Staff Director. Janie Iwamoto, nominated for Chair and new appointee. Helene Anbender, new appointee. Brian Allen, new appointee. John Arthur, new appointee. Justin Darrell Jones, new appointee. Rick Larson, new appointee. Jacob Minas, new appointee. Bianca Mittendorf, new appointee. Sean Newell, new appointee. Michelle Suzuki, returning appointee. Janetta Williams, returning appointee. Devin Weiser, new appointee. All these individuals will serve as uncompensated government employees. If the motion passes, the Commission will authorize the Staff Director to execute the appropriate paperwork. Do I have a second for this motion? Julian is still not.
I second. Yes. Can y'all hear me now? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I second.
Thank you. I will now open the floor for discussion.
Chair, I would like to note that there are 10 new members out of the 12. Is there a reason for such a high number of new members?
If I could add that there does not seem to have a representation of young adults on the SAC as well. Can you provide information or your outreach on this issue today?
Not really. Yeah, we'll just skip it. Thank you. Unless there is further discussion, I'll call the question and take a roll call vote. Commissioner A, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner B?
Nay.
Commissioner C?
Aye.
Commissioner D?
I abstain.
Commissioner E?
Aye.
Commissioner F?
Aye.
Commissioner G?
Aye.
And I vote yes. The motion passes. One commissioner opposed, one commissioner abstained, all others were in favor. The next item on today's amended, yes.
Dean, we lost audio from the AV room.
Hi, Julian. So in the room, we could hear you now, but you are super, super loud. So I need you to talk so that they can make some adjustments to your volume, please.
Okay. It is me, Commissioner MG. Here I am doing. I'm voting. And I'm not voting.
So your sound, are you on your cell phone?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why we're losing you a little bit of the sound, because you're going in and out a little bit. How was the level? Greg or Jeff, talk again? So they're asking you to talk again. You can read some of the early part of the script.
Okay.
We just need to get a level sound mic for you, please.
Okay.
Up a
I'm
little
just
bit.
read from the script.
Yeah, you can read from a little
Commissioner
bit.
said that there is not
That's
a
good.
representation
Level is good there for
on
you.
the what?
Right, he's on
Yeah,
the
got
cell
it.
phone. That's why he's called on Julie. He's on the cell phone, so he's cutting in and out. Okay, thank you. We're going to pick back up now, Chair, for the vote on and discussion on the brief enforcement report.
The next item on today's amended agenda, discussion and vote on FY 23-24 statutory enforcement report and briefing reports. The Commission has undertaken a thoughtful and extensive process to build consensus on the Commission's focus for the next fiscal year. In line with fulfilling our statutory obligation to Congress and the President, as well as our responsibility to the American public to ensure civil rights across our federal government are being enforced equitably, the Commission will vote on FY 23's statutory enforcement report and 2 or 3 briefing topics. I move to open the floor for discussion and vote on the following topic for the FY 23 statutory enforcement report. Topics, number 1 being XXXXX. Do I have a second?
Second.
The floor is now open for discussion. Thank you. Unless there is further discussion, I'll call the question and take a roll call vote for the FY 23 statutory enforcement report topic to be XXXX. Commissioner A, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner B?
Aye.
Commissioner C?
Aye.
Commissioner D?
No.
Commissioner E?
Aye.
Commissioner F?
Aye.
Commissioner G?
Aye again.
And I vote yes. The motion passes. 1 commissioner opposed, no commissioners abstained, all others were in favor.
Okay, I want you to pause 1 second. Before.
Next, I move to open up the floor for discussion and vote on the following for the FY 23 briefing report XXX. Do I have a second? The floor is now open for discussion. Thank you. Unless there's further discussion, I'll call the question and take a roll call vote XX as a FY 23 briefing report. Commissioner A, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner B?
I abstain.
Commissioner C?
Aye.
Commissioner D?
I vote yes.
Commissioner E?
I abstain.
Commissioner F?
Aye.
Commissioner G?
Nay.
And I vote yes. The motion passes. 1 commissioner opposed, 2 commissioners abstained, all others were in favor. And now we will turn to Staff Director Morales. Mr. Morales, we will now hear from you in the monthly Staff Director's report.
Thank you, Chair. My report has been distributed for your review. If any commissioner has any questions, I will be glad to address them now. If not, you may contact me later to discuss any areas of interest to you.
There being no questions, that concludes the business on the agenda for today's business meeting. If there is nothing further, I hereby adjourn the meeting at 1:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Good morning. Welcome to the commission.
Good afternoon, everyone.
That's better to me. Okay.
Is there any static
Hello.
still?
Is there?
I'm still on. Shall I get off?
No, not yet. So 6 is the max, right? You talked about being the max. So that's what we'll tell the chair. So if by any chance, training the commissioners, if she sees that, then I will just text her and tell her to put that your direction button.
We don't have a chair.
Good morning. Thanks very much.
I'm still here. I don't know.
Hang on, Julian and Peter. We're going to come to you because we had an issue with the live stream, not hearing the phone. So hang on a minute. We're letting everybody else go.
Okay.
When will this briefing take
Yeah,
place?
then, I'm not sure if there's a way to do it.
I like your hair, Monica.
If we can adjust
Alexa?
the audio levels to the audio from the AV team.
Going up, going
It's a little
down.
bit too high. Also,
Free lunch on B&B. You'll receive your check in 3 weeks.
Hello, Peter. You there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. So we're trying to dial into the conference line, and when I put in the code, it says no meeting found.
And you're just dialing over the phone?
A regular phone, yes. I'm doing.
Hey, Julian. This is Greg. How are you today, buddy?
Greg, hold on. I'm talking to Peter right now.
Oh, you're talking to Peter. Okay.
Yeah. All right, hold on. So I dialed 1-800-360-9505. I went through okay. Then it says enter access code. I put in 2763. Excuse me. Start over. 2762-322-7363. It says no meeting found.
Okay, let me test it. Sounds like it's right. Also, whenever anybody on the WebEx is speaking, we also get an echo shortly after coming from the room. So I think the mics are set a little too high. We need to dial them down so they don't pick up that audio.
Yeah, I think that's because I got this computer on. I'm not in the microphone right now. Hold on, let me see if I can switch to a mic.
I believe Dean is on the laptop microphone. Is the echo gone now?
Testing, 1, 2, 3. No, because I hear myself like shortly after coming from your audio.
Okay, well, you're probably, because we're not going to be able to do a mix minus on the audio if you're coming in. You'll hear yourself talking because it's coming through the WebEx.
Right, but it'll be the same like if Julian or the court reporter and they speak, we'll hear them and then we're going to hear them again from your audio.
Right.
The room is picking up.
Yeah, if like Julian's on the line too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Julian, you're very quiet. So Peter and Julian, hey, what we're getting, I just want to make sure there's not a double, there's probably going to be a little bit of a double echo because you're going to be talking and then you'll hear yourself a few seconds later coming through the system because of the delay of about 5-6 seconds.
Yeah, that is true. I've been hearing myself.
Okay. We hear you in the room too, so we hear you nice and clear in here. How do I sound loud and clear to you now?
It's
you guys sound,
I think it's too loud.
But I can hear myself. That's about it.
Okay. How about you, Peter? Do I sound okay to you?
You sound okay. I think we can even turn the volume down a little bit. They're just coming in loud. And it's just makes things confusing because we hear the echo when anybody else speaks.
Yeah, because
And I'm not sure if that's gonna go through in the live stream.
Yeah, that Dean's. Dean muted the computer. He muted the laptop. So what you're hearing, what he's hearing is this is like a live, it's like the speakers coming through. He's hearing the speakers in the room. And it's going to be the speakers in the room are live, but then you're going to get a bit of a delay coming back as a flip back to what you have because there's a delay too. So you're going to hear the delay. So it's kind of weird, and there's almost nothing I can do about cleaning that up because you're going to hear the room echo. I don't know how to. I'm not sure how to deal with that one because it's a few seconds delay. If they use the conference line, yeah, they will be hearing live.
Hello, this is the transcriber. I'm just making sure. Did y'all still need me to stay on the line?
Hold on one second. We're waiting for Pamela.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. The main thing is that Kayla needs to sound
Okay,
real
just
tired.
want to make sure.
not
Thanks so
delayed.
much. Have a good afternoon.
What's the best way
Yeah, you
for
did.
the 508 person? And the
Thank
court
you.
reporter can go, thank you too. What's the best way for her? Because the 508 needs it in real time. Your 20 seconds adds more
And
time for her to type.
I'm not sure if that was that you, Dean, that you were trying to dial into the meeting and you couldn't. Can you run that dial-in number that you had again back to me? I just tested on my end and I was able to get through just fine.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, please.
I was saying that the delay, if she does the streaming,
And it looks
is
like
20
the
seconds.
room
It's
is
going to
muted
affect
there if
her
you're speaking.
response time. Well, I'm going to blame her because she needs to hear the sound when the sound is coming. What is the best way for her to get the sound for 508? So she should be on the live stream.
She should be in the live the telephone line. If she's in the telephone line, she won't have the delay. It'll be direct. So everybody that's on telephone, they'll hear it directly. But anybody on WebEx will hear it like a few seconds late, 4 or 5 seconds late.
So if she is on the live stream, which is the same time zone as the persons who are listening, they're on the same time. Then if I'm on live stream listening and she's listening to live stream and then typing, I don't have any more delay than what she's adding to it.
If she's typing,
that's the same time.
yeah, exactly. It'll be correct.
So then live stream, because I think Michelle tells us to have them use live stream. I'm just trying to make sure I don't want to give any backwards instructions that I'm, technology-wise, not understanding and not doing it right. Right, from us, from here, typing it out to go to the link. But if she's listening there, right, she's on the same time, then fine, live stream. Okay, all right. But now, Dean, to the question that Peter was saying, he's not understanding why you couldn't dial in.
I was telling Peter the number that I have here. When I dialed this number in and put in the
Tell me
access
number.
code.
Maybe-
Yeah, I did.
Maybe I had the
I
wrong.
accidentally hung up. But
You
I'm
need
back
the
on.
meeting number again, access code?
No, the 800 number.
Was that you, Julian?
800 number is 800-360-9505.
Okay, gotcha.
And then that went in and it asked me for the access code. Once we put in the access code, it says no meeting found. And the access code is 2762-322-7363. Hey, Justin, you over there? Do you have this number over there anywhere? Do you have this this phone number I just said over the line? It's on the second page of, I don't know if you got this or not.
Second page of the email.
I don't know if you have this. Yeah, so it'll be this number here and this access code. These are the numbers I tried, and it kept saying no meeting found on this.
But I don't need that for my purposes.
No. We're just trying to figure out why this wasn't dialing for the conference.
And he was trying to act like he was dialing to see why Julian couldn't be heard, correct? Okay, so let me,
So see if you can get it.
okay. Is it 800?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I was dialing 1-800, but I guess you don't have
800
360
360
9505.
Welcome to WebEx. Enter your access
So you didn't get that?
I got that.
Okay.
No.
Uh-huh.
2762
762
322
322
73
73
63
63
pound.
Enter your attendee ID number, followed by
No,
pound.
I didn't get that.
If you do not know
You
your
didn't get
attendee
that?
number,
Would stop right now.
So then I'm thinking it's
The
line is working.
line is working because I hear reconnect
Yeah.
right away.
So something's wrong with that line over there then.
So you dial from
From the telephone, yeah.
Okay, let me go. Okay, so Julian, I'm going to test the line on site at the agency. We dial from my cell phone. It works. So I'm going to go over there now, okay? Okay, I need to borrow yours. I can't see it.
I don't know. I'm in. So
Peter
Peter
and Julian, I'm in. They hear me
in the room.
I'm not sure what was happening. I got it.
Yeah, it's just the audio is a little weird, Pam. And then also, in terms of the live stream, so who's managing the live stream?
Hold on a second. I'm gonna come in the room. Repeat that. Peter, can you repeat that, please?
Yep, I just wanted to see if we can do a test of the live stream, if that's going to be done through WebEx or like your AB team.
No, they're gonna take the sound. That's why they called in and feed it out to our YouTube.
I can't hear you too well, Pamela.
Oh, probably because it's.
Because of what?
No, you should be able to talk straight into the mic.
Can you hear me better now?
It's a little better. We're just getting an echo.
Okay, so they hung up the phone. Hopefully that I still hear echoing, y'all.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad echo.
Dean, did you turn up the laptop sound? Okay, Peter, how is this? Is this better?
Yep, that's better.
Okay, so they hung up the phone, but the answer to your question is, when we called in from here, they're feeding that sound out to YouTube. And then 508 Kayla is going to pick it up from live stream as well.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to say, I can't live stream it from within WebEx. It doesn't look like that's enabled on their account. So if they're going to be managing it, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. That's why we're dialing in for the sound and everything with the feed. So
yeah, the only thing that's odd is just we get that echo. So it's like myself or Julie.
The tech guys did something. I don't know what they fixed or hung up. They hung up the phone. Where was the first thing? Then they did something else.
Yeah, but even now, like I'm speaking and then I'll hear myself again coming in from the room. You know.
You need to tell him that, because I don't understand what he's saying. Why is he hearing himself?
The mics from the room are picking up.
I only have one microphone on, so maybe it's picking up from the speaker.
Yeah. So maybe they can dial it down so it doesn't pick up that background noise.
No, you're right, Peter. What it's happening is you're hearing it. It's like the speakers in the room are also giving you the double back. That's what it is. I can't.
So there's no way to minimize that?
Yeah, that's the problem. If I drop your volume out into the room, then you won't be able to be heard in the room.
Yeah, or the mics don't have an adjustment to not pick up the background.
Well, what's called is a mix minus, where I can take. I don't think I can take out the way the WebEx is set up. I don't think they have that feature that I can drop that out, where I can minus out your call back. So it's because it's in the room. That's the problem. It's like I'm sending a sound to the room so the people in the room can hear you, and then you're hearing you 5 seconds later, and it's just really weird. And there's not much. I can't really. The way the room is set up, the way everything's set up, it's like it would be really odd if I had the room. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do anything.
My question is, if you take him out, you're basically taking everybody out, the people on the phone as well, so we won't be able to hear them.
Right.
Right. So yeah, that can't happen. How bad does that sound to you? If I'm a caller on the line, Julian, are you hearing the feedback?
I only hear when.
He's on the cell phone.
Peter talked to Dr.
I'm sorry, so Julian, because I know where you're located at, we're getting some breakup. So you said, yes or no, hear yourself when you're speaking on a delay?
Yeah.
Okay. How bad is it? Medium, low, high?
High, about a 3 second delay.
And it's really, really telling, you're saying?
Yeah, there's no way to.
Okay. So, but on the WebEx line, Peter, is it for the people we're inviting, it's inside people? Could they connect on the WebEx but not be in video and just have sound come through? Because I don't think that you were able to hear the feedback, perhaps, that way.
So it's only if somebody else on the line on the WebEx starts speaking, then the people that are connected to the WebEx will hear that. We'll hear like the echoes and stuff.
Well, Peter, are
just
you
because,
the
your
echo
mics in
part
there
is
are
to
picking
you,
it up.
right? If you're talking, you hear your own echo.
Yeah, or if Julian talks, I hear his echo.
Okay, but for me, I'm talking to you. You don't hear an echo, right?
No, because you're in the room.
Right.
Right, but I'm going to have
it's not
my
like getting
commissioners
something
on the phone. They can't sit, they're not going to want to hear it echoing all day long. I don't know how we fix that sound.
So if anybody who speaks that's joined remotely, will hear their echo. If anybody speaks from the room that where you guys are in, it'll sound fine.
And if they're just speaking with that same issue happening, if they're just using the conference line instead of using WebEx.
So I'm trying to figure out, is it better to use the conference line like Julian's on it, but he hears it? Peter, you're on through WebEx, correct?
Correct, yep.
Right, so so they're both hearing
But
it.
they're dialing in the
So Peter's
conference.
not dialed in.
Well, no. Here's what's going on. The conference line that you dialed, that was to WebEx, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're on the same. It's still in the same thing. It's not like it's a separate conference call all by itself, isolated.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand this. This is my question. If I dial on the phone and you click on the link to WebEx, are we both going to get feedback?
You're dialing into WebEx, yes.
Dialing phone, or either whether I'm coming in, no matter how I'm coming to WebEx, you tell me I'm going to hear feedback.
No matter how you come into WebEx, you're going to hear the loop back because you're going to hear a delay because it's delayed going to WebEx. That's the whole thing. You're delayed going to WebEx. You'll be hearing everything kind of because it's going through the WebEx.
Antonio. Okay, here's my issue. When we had conference service before, right, we used Lumen. We didn't have this issue, right, this feedback issue. It was fine. Sometimes you could hear a ringing low in the back. Sometimes, some days worse, and it depends on where the person was calling in from, what kind of device they was calling in from. But generally speaking, we didn't have feedback, so I would hear this looping back. And I'm trying to get back to that or find out why is that happening, what can be done. Because the commissioners are going to be on the phone for 3 hours. They're not trying to, you know what I'm saying, for 3 hours.
Right. They're not going to want to hear themselves.
And you were using WebEx before?
Okay. I'm sorry.
You were using WebEx before?
We were not. I said we were using Lumen conference call center. Lumen. Quest, Lumen. We didn't have this issue. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out.
Right. There might not be a delay in the other unit. That it's like that was a conference call. It wasn't the conference call should be straight line. Yeah, that's not.
Right.
There's no video web. There's no web part connected to it. The web is what's delaying it.
Were you listening? Could you hear could you hear the? Hold on, I'm asking Antonio his input.
When I was listening on YouTube, it sounded pretty clear now.
No, but when you were on the phone, when you had dialed in, could you hear feedback, the looping of what was happening in the room?
Yes.
Okay, and how bad did it sound to you?
From 1 to 10, I give it about a 5. It's bad. It's doable for me, but we have commissioners. I know how commissioners
are very important people. Ain't trying to hear on that. So I don't know. That's the issue we need to sort of figure out. Hopefully before the 10th. I don't know how many commissioners. Again, as I expressed to you, we only have 5 right now. I can't guarantee it, but I need to be able to say, here's where we are to my supervisor, head of the agency, and what we're still trying to work out. And I don't know what that solution looks like at
Well,
this point in time.
here's the question. If you were using the direct dial-in system that you had, that one, it's direct. There's not coming. See, what's going on is there's a delay going through the web. And that web delay, there's no way to get around that. If we're going directly out through the other system, you won't have that problem. It should be direct with no issues.
So if I go, in order for you guys to get it to YouTube, because that's what we need, right? So Kayla, the 508, needs to hear the sound in the room. So she has to hear that somehow, whether she calls in or whatever.
Yeah,
And then, wait a minute, let me
Okay,
finish.
I'm sorry.
And then you guys send it out to YouTube. Now, between that, my little simple example, am I going to still be able to have feedback on it? And if so, why?
All right, let's say it like this. If everybody's dialed into a telephone line that's not web-based, just a regular telephone line like your old system, and that feeds into the system, they're talking directly to and from that, there won't be any feedback. Now, where you'll get feedback, you won't get any feedback on YouTube if they're just listening. What's going to happen is you'll get feedback if they start
So the people
talking.
who's listening don't hear the feedback on WebEx, on YouTube, sorry. But the
No.
people who's in the WebEx environment, regardless whether I click on the link or I call in, you're telling me I'm going to get feedback.
Right, because there's a delay. It's not. It's a 3 second. There's a 3 to 5 second delay. So you're getting, what they're hearing is they're hearing themselves coming back through the room.
So you're inputting, they're coming in and inputting, and then you outputting it, and then it's coming back inputting.
Exactly. So the only way to get around that is by having them call in on a regular telephone line, and then that way it's
I
live.
don't have
and it's
that
direct.
option. Lumen is no longer, that feature in Lumen is no longer active. This is why we're using WebEx.
Oh, gotcha.
I cannot use Lumen at all because it doesn't match up. So we've had to go to WebEx trying to figure out, this is why I wanted to test, right? To bring everybody
No, this is a good
in.
reason to test this. Yeah.
This is why we're having a test. So I don't have a real solution for them to call in without having that nuisance. Peter, any suggestions?
I know from our experience, whenever we have like hybrid meetings where there's going to be a combination of a conference room and a group of people, and then also presenters dialing in remotely. Usually, I don't know if it's something in the mixer that you can set, or it's like the microphone level, so they don't pick up that background noise. That's usually been my experience. So you don't hear that when somebody remotely starts talking.
And so as part of
But I
our,
don't,
we have a low
those
ceiling.
specifics, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's different for every company.
Part of the thing I know is that we're basically, the speakers are right up on us. So it's not like, if I move the speakers further into the room,
Worse.
no, it'll be actually, the people in there will be fine, but you won't really hear what you're talking. You won't
They
hear.
won't hear.
They won't hear the conversation coming. Well, it's pretty loud. They could probably hear it, but it's going to be like, you'll be behind the speakers versus being, right now I'm behind the speakers and I hear Peter very well.
Hold on a second. Michelle said to me, So read them what Michelle's comment is. This is for Michelle. Sorry, Peter. Hold on a second. Michelle's our IT person.
She says the web is the phone delay. Can you try direct dial into the call on the landline phone? What you were saying, yeah, we don't have.
That's
that
what I was asking about the Lumen, was the direct dial phone.
Right.
If you have something that's a direct dial conference call, we won't have any problems.
So basically, because we don't have a conference call center with direct dial, we don't have that feature available to us. That's the answer for her. Okay. And that's what Peter was trying to say, I think part of it, because when I come into WebEx, this is part of the problem that we faced at the last minute and all the scrambling, thus all the testing that we've been trying to do. So we lost Lumen, we gained WebEx, and we gained you all. And 508 is coming in through all the pieces trying to pull that in. Normally the court reporter will be here in person if it's an in-person meeting. If not, if it's on a phone meeting, I don't even know, we're just going to go through WebEx and everybody dials in. No big deal. We're not going to stream it or anything. But to do the hybrid, as Peter was saying, that's where I'm having my issue is. And because I don't have a direct dial, I'm going to get that delay. and delay is going to come back into the ear of the persons on the phone, regardless of their connection on a phone line or clicking on the link.
Yep, and it's anybody that joins in on the WebEx, once they start talking, you'll hear that echo. And I think we're going to have speakers, right, that are going to be joining on the WebEx.
So yes, we will have our commissioners who will be speaking throughout the meeting, and there's the only reason to have WebEx so they can participate remotely.
Right. Yeah. So if they speak, that's when everybody that's joined in via WebEx is going to hear
Okay,
that
Julian,
extra echo.
if you need to go, please let me know, honey. You can go when you need to go. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't have a real solution, it sounds like, talking to both of you all.
So is there no other company that can take a conference call and send it through one line in view?
So it may be. I don't know the answer to that also. And then we have contractually, the problem is we have a contract with WebEx and Lumen. Lumen cannot, so WebEx is my alternate. And I'll have to talk to Michelle about, I mean, I hate to have to go and get another service provider if I don't have to, but if I have to, I don't know. We'll have to look at that. And thank you for saying that. So, I don't know. We just at a standstill right now. But I think the test itself answered some questions and raised some questions. But overall, we got through. You understood the linking of what happened in the beginning. We got Julian in. You got the squealing out. So I think you learned some stuff. You saw how we operate and what could happen, and to hear that. Right, and number 6 microphones. So, Peter, thank you for your time. Yes, sir.
One alternative would be to mute the room once, like, somebody remotely is talking. But you'd have to, have somebody kind of just make sure they're on the mute and unmute.
Right. So
I could do that. I could mute the room. If the
Yeah,
commissioner is just
you would start
talking,
you would just mute the
I would
room,
just mute the
and we
room.
would hear the
So
feedback
here's
and
my
then
question.
unmute
Thank you,
once
Peter.
somebody in the room starts talking.
Right, but here's the thing. Our commissioner, just talk while I'm talking. This is what's going to happen, right? So
Okay,
if folks
hi.
Talking, how are you going to mute the room and you're still talking and I'm talking on the phone?
Well, that's the problem. Usually most people talk one at a time.
No.
Though. They talk over each other? Oh.
Have you watched our videos or something?
We've done other things like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Madam Chair, and the Madam Chair's in the middle of a sentence. I like to be recognized, please, because I can't see you, right? So I'm trying to get your attention on the phone. Or they don't like what someone else is saying, and they interject in there what someone else is saying. Or they want to add something to the conversation. So you will have some of that. So you will have some of that. I mean, that's a lot of watching. Can you see behind the pole over here? I mean, it's a lot of watching.
Yeah, we're going to move him over here so he can see with the audio.
Over where?
On this side. We're just going to switch the video and the audio so audio can see. He can hear and see a little better what's going on over here.
See, right now I can't. I'm back way in the back.
Right. I was surprised by you. I saw you, but I said that to myself, but I mean, I know. Normally the soundboard. You couldn't be what, in the room? Okay, well, typically the soundboard is on the right, so you can see the speakers. And then the video is on the left. Okay. And this is why we testing. So Peter, again, I think we're done, unless you guys have anything else to say to Peter and Julio. Again, Peter, in your debt. Thank you so much, sir.
Not a problem, Pam. If anything else comes up, or if you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime.
Thank you.
Now, Peter,
and then
I may just
touch base on the 10th, right?
Peter, that was a good idea too, because I was just thinking about if they have like a set thing they have to read or something, then we could mute the room and you would have that problem.
Some of the scripts.
Yeah, and it's only when the remote person starts speaking. Yeah. So if like Julian starts speaking, then you would just have to mute the room.
Okay. Thanks, Peter.
Yeah,
have a good rest of your
That
week.
is an option.
Bye, Julian.
Yep. Thanks, guys. If anything comes up, just feel free to reach out.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This is the court reporter. I just want to confirm.
I'm sorry, sir. Yes, I said to you earlier you could leave. I'm sorry if you didn't hear me, and I do apologize.
Oh, no worries. There's nothing else I need to do?
No, sir. Nothing else for you to do. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.